first love is very, very huge, really. We know how big it can be, but while we were making In Love and Death, the relationship at that point had become completely poisonous and very abusive on both ends and unhealthy. And so I spent a lot of the record kind of writing about really dark things. If you listen to some of the earlier tracks on In Love and Death, they're kind of heavy and unfortunately maybe writing things that I necessarily didn't mean, I felt, but didn't really mean. And about 2 weeks towards the end, we really only had room for maybe 1 or 2 songs left on the record. She overdosed and died. And in that, I guess, to walk through that morning, I woke up feeling really strange. I felt like there's something out of place on this day, and just got like 3 weird calls that morning. Like, have you heard from Kate? What's going on with Kate? And then I got a call from her sister letting me know, and it was just like the world fell on me. It was exactly like that. And I opened the door of the car I was riding in, and I just fell out of the car on the street. And the next day or two, I was in a complete kind of numb. It's that moment where you can't actualize anything. And immediately started drinking very heavily, and had no intention to finish making music, finish the record. I didn't want to be in the band anymore, and I didn't really want to be on the planet anymore, to be honest. And calls from my parents and my friends, and I've had a lot of people around me, a lot of people in my life who cared about me and loved me, and none of that helped. None of that made me feel any different, anything other than horribly suicidal, to be honest. And John Feldman sent his one of our good friends to come to the apartment I was staying at and pick me up and kind of forcibly made me come to the studio. And John Feldman has this incredible work ethic, but also he's very influential. He's very kind of, can get inside you in a weird way, but he actually didn't even bring up the incident. He didn't bring up Kate. He didn't really even try to talk to me about it. He just said, let's write it. Let's write a song that feels like this. Let's write a and I had this song that I had written on guitar from when me and Kate were just kind of barely going through some serious stuff, and didn't have any lyrics to it, just had a kind of basic guitar idea that turned into Hard to Say. And recording those lyrics was kind of this beyond therapeutic event that kind of led me to that actualization that maybe I mentioned before, and I kind of accepted that she was dead and helped me move from anger to just pure sadness. And I think that song has kind of stood the test of time, because I've lost a lot of people that have been very close to me since then. And so many times in our life we're wrong, and we say things we don't mean, and we do things that we regret. But what I've learned from not only the process of making the song, but the constant reminder of how powerful music can be, is that it is our mistakes that kind of define us. It's those darkest moments in our lives that kind of create the people that we know and dream that we can be. Drinking, drugs, and those kind of escapes, those kind of releases are so instant that they may seem gratifying. But like I said before, the most high that I've ever got on this planet was from like working so hard. Just like after we finish a show, I know the amount of work that has gone into just what it takes for that, hour and 20 minutes is so much from me, so much emotional, physical exertion that's why I'm the most high I've ever been, is because I worked to get there. And that's a big difference from a couple shots, and then the shots take shots, and then the shots take me. I think that when I'm at my lowest low, and it's a moment where I cannot go on, and there's no one I could even talk to about it. I can't call the person I love the most, even. Then I put on my favorite record. I put on whatever I need to. I put on Angelus by Elliott Smith, and I listen to it over and over and over and over. And I know that counting the minutes and maybe counting the times I listen to it and losing myself in it, I know that I'm going to feel different tomorrow if I just wait. And that seems to kind of work for me. Realistically, maybe I would tell my younger self to put on music and wait. Because maybe it took me a little while to figure out that was a successful kind of formula or algorithm or recipe, whatever you want to call it, for success against the demons. But what I also learned, and what I would also like to tell the younger me, is that those moments are about to define me and about to make me the powerful and brave person that I am, because fear is inevitable, but facing fear is all it takes to be brave. That is being brave, is just walking through fear. You matter, you're needed, and you rock.